All right. Life Lessons Podcast. Here we go again. Guess what? I'm driving, by the way, whenever I'm doing these podcasts. So, in the last one, we talked a little bit about our strengths, discovering our strengths, learning to know ourselves, and then learning how to begin incorporating those parts of ourselves into our current job or when we start looking for a new job. This is going to help us to enjoy our work better, more. So, obviously, why would we want to do that? Well, the main reason why is it's going to increase our chances of success. So, and that goes for anything. So you can do any activity with enthusiasm or with depression and a shitty attitude, or just feeling miserable, really. So obviously you're going to do better in life if you can maintain enthusiasm. So what happens though, we find ourselves kind of stuck in a rut or stuck in a feeling of suffering or pain where we may be wishing. So for I'll give you my own example. I had a job and I decided that I could do better. So I started, listening to podcasts and looking at people who are doing different businesses. And I started to compare my life to their life. And the more I did that, the more I resented my current job. And the worse my performance went down, and my day-to-day was worse. My feeling day-to-day was more suffering than joy. And all of this suffering was self-induced. So nobody caused the suffering except myself. And I was comparing myself. And whenever you compare yourself to some ideal, you compare your life to some ideal where you're wishing, you begin to wish, that is a painful thought. Later on, I'll show you something called the map of consciousness. You can Google it. I've made lots of additions and changes to the map of consciousness. But very low in the level of consciousness is the thought, I wish. So we start to wish, we start to feel pain. Anytime we start to think that thought that starts with, or anything similar to, I wish, we begin to feel pain and suffering. Now, why is that? The reason for that is because we're no longer appreciating what is. And the minute we stop appreciating our reality, we start to feel pain. So I was sitting there not appreciating, and I was thinking the thought, I wish I could be doing this. I wish I could be spending more time working on my business or learning about business, but I have to stay here and I have to work and make this money just to survive. And boy, did that suck, right? I just left myself in a puddle of pain. So how do you get yourself out of that? Well, you start to see your job, your situation, instead of seeing it in the way, you start to look at it as on the way. You start to look at it as an opportunity to get you to where you want to be. So you need to ask yourself, how can I use this to help me reach my goal? Where is the opportunity here? So the minute you start looking for the opportunity in your current situation, all of a sudden your mind starts to notice things it hadn't noticed before. So how can I use this job to learn about business? While I was sitting there thinking, well, I could, listen to business books, marketing books. Sure, I did do that. Then all of a sudden, it fucking hit me that I was sitting in a successful business. The owners were in the same office I was. They were running the place. They were dealing with clients. They were dealing with employees. They had systems in place. All the things that I could learn from. So I realized I could learn about a business from the inside out. I don't need to go to business school or read more books. I can just start observing the business that I'm in. I can start engaging with some of the higher managers or owners or the people who've been there for decades. So I started to notice that I had an opportunity there that was linked to my goal. So if you want to, instead of just, put up with your job, or instead of just like your job, and you can actually learn to love your job, and that will enhance your chances of success. It will enhance your opportunities. It'll advance your income, and it'll advance your life. So I used to believe money is not important. Oh, money's not important. People are what matter. And no, money is made for people. Money benefits people. We all need to make money. We all need to help our friends and family and ourselves with money. Money is just a tool. Money is just energy. And we all need it. So don't put money in a pit, and don't try to live your life like money's not important. And, I care about things that are, non-monetary, and people who care about money are shallow. And this is a super judgmental point of view. And whenever you become judgmental, you're limiting yourself and you're limiting the person that you're judging. So the first thing you should do if you ever want to improve your life is stop judging. Let things be what they are. They are beneficial and they have drawbacks, but they also have a service and a purpose. So everything and every person has a purpose. The greedy millionaire, billionaires, or whatever, they have a purpose as well. Look at how they're serving the world. Look at how they're serving you, and serving, if they're employing millions of people, even at low wages, it can still benefit them as a stepping stone for them to gain skills, for them to look for more opportunities if they see it as on the way, not in the way. If you can only see it as in the way, you're going to stay stuck. So start looking at, how can I use this as a stepping stone? How can I use this as an opportunity to connect with more people, to grow my income, to invest in my own business, to invest in my education, to invest in my skills, to invest in my network, my relationships, my education, whatever it is, start looking at it as an opportunity. How is it serving you? How is it linked? So one of the things that I've learned over the years is everything is connected. Everything is linked. Conflict is just an illusion. Everything is harmonious if you look for the connection and the benefit and how they serve each other. You have to begin to open your mind to different possibilities than the first possibility or the first limit that seems to come to your head, pop into your head. Start opening your mind to more possibilities about what is possible in this world, what is possible for yourself, what is possible for others. Start thinking from an infinite perspective, and you'll see that limitations will begin to expand. They'll start to evaporate. It takes practice. It takes time. We're going to continue working on this as I keep recording these podcasts. And we're going to go deeper into this, and I'll teach you more about how to apply it. But this is your chance to change the way you see the world and the change the way you see yourself. All of our pain and suffering comes from whenever we start seeing things from a limited perspective. That's when pain and suffering happens. We either start to see ourselves as limited, or our income as limited, or our opportunity as limited, or another person. We put them in a box, we judge them, we say this is all they are, and now we're angry with them or resentful with them, and we're limiting them as well. So if you want to continue feeling pain and suffering, then stay in a limited perception. If you want to expand beyond that, let the pain and suffering lift from your day-to-day feelings, then consider this infinite perspective thing that I'm going to be telling you more about. Anyways, where was I now? Going back to the job thing. Start looking for those opportunities. Start seeing things as on the way rather than in the way. And watch your enthusiasm go up. Watch your opportunities increase. Watch your income expand. The other thing I wanted to say about this money thing, about people believing money is not important. When people cannot make money, whether, with their job, any shitty job they have, or they can't keep a job, or I've noticed that those are the people, they actually become suicidal. So I used to think money is not important, or the ability to make money is not important. But now that I see how much it can impact people's personal value, what they believe their own value is, I can really see the importance, not just from a physical standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint. Just knowing that you have something to contribute, some value, some service, some skills, to not be a burden on people is huge. So money, yes, money is important. Your skills are important. Your ability to make money is important. Saving money is important. So I'll leave it at that for today. And we'll chat some more. Okay. Bye.